This episode of Ham Talk Live is brought to you by Tower Electronics. For connectors, cables, and more, call 920-435-2973 or visit pl-259.com. And by ICOM. Heard it, worked it, logged it. Visit www.icomamerica.com/amateur for more information about ICOM radios.
It's Ham Radio.
Hello, everyone. It's time for Ham Talk Live. Well, we're sort of live. Episode number 317, WRTC 2023, recorded on April 20th, 2023. I'm your host, Neil Rapp, WB9VPG. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Ham Talk Live. Today, we're joined by Fabio Schettino, I4UFH, and we'll be talking about the World Radiosport Team Championship coming up in Italy. Last episode, Michael Coulter, W8CI, was here to talk about the Dayton Hamvention. If you missed that show, you can listen anytime, hamtalklive.com, or on your favorite podcast app or on YouTube. And speaking of Hamvention, let me remind you that the National Voice of America Museum of Broadcasting will have their usual extended hours. Once again during Hamvention, Thursday and Friday, it'll be 1 to 9 p.m. And on Saturday from noon until 9. And then on Sunday from 12 noon to 5. And if you need a list to remind you of those, go to wch8voa.org/hamvention. And they'll have all the information there. Of course, the Drake exhibit will be open, the WLWO transmitter that's been restored, and all the other exhibits will be open, as well as the Ham Shack, so you can make a few cues while you're there. And the admission is just $10 at the door. Of course, Ham Talk Live will have our live broadcast on Hamvention Eve, as always, live from Dayton with weather, traffic, and the latest news. And we hope to talk to the new Greene County Sheriff about some traffic. He's been helping the Hamvention staff tremendously to keep the traffic flowing. So hopefully we'll have a chance to talk with him. But we'll have all the information for you to get your Hamvention trip finished up on Thursday evening before Hamvention. All right, well, today we're talking with Fabio, so I'll be back with him right after this word from ICOM America, right here on Ham Talk Live. Got cabin fever? Look no further. Spring is in the air, and ICOM has just what you're looking for. ICOM has top quality base stations, mobiles, and handhelds that are perfect for working your favorite bands inside the Ham Shack or venturing out. Want to catch a sneak peek of the ICOM IC905 SHF release? Well, from May 19th through May 21st, you can find ICOM at booth 2608 in Building 2 at this year's Dayton Hamvention in Xenia, Ohio. ICOM hopes to see you there. ICOM's newest amateur FM transceiver is the IC-V3500, and it's ready to hit the road whenever you are. With a compact body and simple interface, this radio is a must for those looking for a long-range mobile with a fresh look. Go farther away and get louder audio with the IC-V3500 mobile. Simple operation with a modern white display, instant volume loud and mute functions, emergency call and alarm functions, and 4.5 watts of loud and clear audio. And With an IP67 waterproof rating, the ICT-10 can withstand any field activities ahead. Hear any transmission and listen to FM broadcasts with the loud 1500 milliwatt speaker. The ICT-10 is an excellent choice for any bug-out bag. This rugged portable meets or exceeds standard military testing. It has 5 watts output power on 2 meters and 70 centimeters, 11 hours of operating time, 16 DTMF auto dial memories, NOAA weather alerts, and built-in CTCSS DTCS. And of course, the rig that changed the way entry-level HF is designed, the IC7300, the portable HF rig with base station features, the IC705, the ID5100 advanced dual-band mobile, the powerful ID52A dual-band HT with waterfall display and D-Star, and more are all available from ICOM America. Visit ICOMAmerica.com/amateur for more information on ICOM radios.
Running barefoot is for the beach. We're cranking 1.5 trillion nanowatts right here on Ham Talk Live.
Welcome back to Ham Talk Live. Tonight, Fabio Schettino, I4UFH, joins us on the Orlando Amateur Radio Club and Hamcation Zoom line. Fabio is the Vice President of WRTC, that's the World Radiosport Team Championship. And this year, 2023, it is in Bologna, Italy. So Fabio joins us from Bologna today. So thank you for being on the show, Fabio.
Well, thanks. Hey, nice to meet you. Sure, we had time. We are following together to meet this evening, but really, we have a really pleasure to be here in your Ham Talk Live.
Well, WRTC has been postponed due to COVID-19, and so it's been a while since we've had one of these. So if you could just kind of fill everybody in if they haven't heard of WRTC, or like I said, it's been a while since we've had one, because it's supposed to be every 4 years, but fill everybody in on what WRTC is.
Fine. Well, WRTC, it's almost an event that was started in 1990 from Seattle in West Coast, inside of the Goodwill Games. And after a while, a lot of U.S. guys, mainly U.S. guys from the West Coast, starting to thinking that should be interesting to have a competition between the best of the best ham radio contesting guys around the world. So in 1996, there was the first WRTC with new rules where a lot of countries was invited to compete together on the same play field. And year by year, even 4 years by 4 years, is start to become really an Olympic Games, like the Olympic Games, each 4 years. And I was active in almost 5 WRTC, so I am following this adventure for almost 25 years. And as competitor, as referee. And in 2018, we have the opportunity to promote Italy as the next WRTC country that hosts this event. Unfortunately, the last 3 years at least, with the COVID, we had a lot of issues to organize, even the sponsoring. Even this is, as you know, this is a voluntary event, so we have a lot of trouble to found what we need to organize this event. We have postponed it for 1 year, but we are ready. And this July, we will are hosting almost 66 teams that are coming from all 45 countries all around the world, with the 66 referees that will be hosted in all our network station that we have all around the Pianura Padana area. It's a very flat area in the north and center part of Italy, near the city of Bologna. And Bologna is the city where was born Guglielmo Marconi, the father of the radio. So more or less, you need to come in Italy just for visit the WRTC headquarters and the museum of the Marconi, Guglielmo Marconi, the father of the radio. Well, WRTC is almost a big competition, a competition where is activated during the ARU contest in July, the second weekend of July. Is a 24-hour competition. We have a 66 station all spread out up about 85 kilometers. And all these stations have the same equipment, same kind of antenna, same kind of tower, the same cable length, same rotator. The competition will be a multi-tool, so two operators will be active simultaneously on two bands simultaneously, so they need to bring with them radios, filters, equipment. It's a 100-watt event, so no amplifiers. And it's like a big race on the same circuit, no? It's a 24 hours Le Mans, no? Same cars, same circuit. The winner is who make more QSOs and more multipliers. This is a simple rules as any contest, but as you know, each contestant is his station, is a different location, different continent, different rules that are applied. So maybe good operators sometimes have advantages of good location. In that case, there is no advantages from the location, no advantages from the power, from the antennas. Everything is equal. We have a very larger flat area of about 100 kilometers by 30 kilometers, so we have no issues about that. And it's near the Adriatic Sea, from Bologna City and the Adriatic Sea, on the right side of Italy. And surely we expect to have a great competition. We have almost all five bands open almost for 24 years. That's right, 24 hours. Because 10 meter is really open even in the night. So really we have a very great opportunity to broke the 6,000 and a half QSOs in 24 hours in a multi-tool. And we expect to have this such kind of effort. For organizing this event, we have involved a lot of volunteers. We are coming most from Italy, but we have also a lot of volunteers from Germany, from Slovenia, from France that are interested to join us. As you can understand, this is a quite a unique event that should happen almost each 4 years. Don't really know when will be the next time, but probable I hope there will be in Asia, because it is one of the continent that was never been. But nevertheless, we have a lot of volunteers that will be install all the antennas, all the towers up 1 week before the event. And we are all organized at everything into an headquarter area that is located in the small town that the name is Castel San Pietro, Terne, that, as you can see, is 30 kilometers far from Bologna. We have a lot of facilities. We have up about 250 double bedroom available for all the guests even was referees or competitors or even only visitors that want to join us, our event. So this is one of the most interesting events that should happen for contesting. We have contesting guys from almost all the part of the world, starting from Africa, South America, North America. We have about 10 teams from North America, 12 teams if we include Canada too. And we have 3 teams from Oceania, from BKZL, Kilo Hotel 6. South American is represented from the Charlie Echo guys. And Africa is represented from the first time from 3 different teams, North, Center, and Southern Africa. We have applied different rules, selection rules, different from the yearly WRTC, because surely you can understand that it's not fair to compare results from Northern Africa to Southern Africa. There is almost 3,000 kilometers between them. So we have split Africa in 3 different areas, and we have 3 different team leaders: Northern Africa, Central Africa, and Southern Africa. Even the same with the South America. We have northern part of South America that includes all the Papa 40 PJs area that are South America, and Central South America include the Papa Yankee guys, the PY guys, and the southern part, including Charlie Echo, Lima Uniform, Charlie X-Ray, and so on. So we have tried to have a more fair way to split the selection area. And to do that, we have analyzed up to 18 million of QSOs in the last 5 years of results, including ARL, CQWW, and WPX score, collecting them into an database and extracting where we call the density area. How much radio are there in the defined area? Well, this was the area of selection, the selection area. You really don't believe that almost we have 8% of logs of QSO that during this 80 million of QSO that coming from Japan, but really very few log from Japan. So the selection criteria in this way have added 2 more competitors from Japan instead of one of the previous WRTC. Different logic, different way to have a more fair competition around the world.
Well, I'm really intrigued by having, the same antennas in the same general area, the same kind of terrain, trying to make everything equal for these competitors. And it really gets, intriguing because it comes down to, just being a great operator and to see those, kinds of things and little things mean a lot, when it comes to, the competition. And so I applaud your efforts in trying to make this, as fair as possible, because that's not an easy thing to do. And, you already mentioned, I think you said 250 room for 250 people and 66 teams. That's a lot of antennas, a lot of, tents, a lot of stuff, for a volunteer team to put all together. And so how are those preparations coming along for that?
Well, we have step-by-step prepared everything. So in the last couple of years, we have received a huge amount of help from Lima Zulu LZ antennas that offered to us all the 67, 68 antennas free of charge. We didn't pay the antennas, so we have a very huge support from Lima Zulu antenna, that even the support of K1 Lima Zulu too. And this was the first start. At that, we have collected all the stuff. We have manufactured the towers. We have a small company in Sicily, in IT9 area, that have manufactured all the telescopic towers. And so we have step by step collected all the stuff that we needed. Now we are storing everything in a big, in a very large places where we have almost all the stuff ready and to be installed. At least we need to move them in June. We expect to have some truck that go around the area to put up on this area all the towers and all the antennas. And we have up about 14 group of volunteers that will be installed this antenna 1 week before the contest. So we expect from the end of June to the 6th of July that all this antenna will be up and ready to go. We had we're planning to have a lot of training to these teams. We have up about 14 teams that will be ready to install all the antennas. We have made a couple of training during the last couple of months, and we expecting that everyone don't have any doubts how to install this system. Altogether, we have a new way. We have just WRTC is like a platform to make some experiments, no? Like, we are amateur radio, so we love to do some new technical experiment. And in this WRTC, we have added a way to collect all the QSOs from all the 65 stations through 65 separate VPN, virtual private network. All these QSOs will be collected from a big data server. What is the scope of that? Well, we want to generate in real time ranking, an hour ranking of who is working the WRTC station. So we can see in real time who will be the winner of the station that will work all the WRTC, maybe in SSB, maybe in CW, maybe on 10, or maybe in all band, and so on. Because any station can be worked up about 10 times, 5 in SSB, 5 in CW, and there will be several awards that will be held for this event. And this way to collect all the QSO allow us to have a real-time ranking of all the amateur radio that work the WRTC station. So it could be a very interesting to see this kind of racings in real time. Obviously is available worldwide. And this is even an experimental way, but we love to do something more new each WRTC, and I expect to be confirming the next one. It's a little bit complicated technology. You need to have some good IT guys, but even we try to do that. We try to do our best to allow everyone to be not as the old timers, no? That I will see the results after 1 month, after 1 week, and so on. Real time. You know, if you are the first that win in your country, or you're winning your continent, and so on.
I work a lot with youth, Fabio, and this is one of the things that they have said over and over again that they would want for contesting is this live scoring, so they can see where they are compared to everyone else, and it's just made a huge difference. And so I again applaud your idea here of trying to make this a live competition, where you can kind of cheer everybody on, and the competitors can see where they're at, in real time, and their families and friends. It just makes it much more interesting, I think.
Yeah, surely it's what we personally, but most of us, we think that amateur radio need to be a platform to develop news, develop the new programs, not only push a button and make a QSO, or maybe some digital QSO that really we don't agree, at least. The content, the WRTC is SSB and CW mode only, is a human mode, what I call human mode, not digital mode. And this is what we want to have. The best operators in both mode, CW and SSB, because both of the operators has been selected and ranked in the last 24 contests, in the last 2019-2020 scoring contest, that and both of them, both the operator has been selected between SSB and CW contest. So we need to have the best operator that can perform well in both modes.
Lots of preparation, lots of time and effort and money to do this. But a fabulous event, and look forward to hearing more about that. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about some of the ceremonies, the parties that go on, the opening and closing ceremonies, and I want to talk a little bit about some of the youth teams and some of that that's going on. So we'll talk about all of that with Fabio I4UFH right after this word from Tower Electronics right here on Ham Talk Live.
Jerry, what's up, man? I haven't seen you at Sunbucks in a while. I used to see you every morning getting coffee. What's up?
Well, I can't afford Sunbucks 5 days a week anymore. I had to spend my money on PL259s. You know, those antenna projects I've been meaning to do. I had to do them before my HOA finds out I have antennas.
That's too bad, Jerry. I miss seeing you and catching up over coffee. You should get your PL259s from Tower Electronics. They have great stuff. Jerry, you're back. Oh, QRM Heterodyne Frappuccino. That's a good choice. How's it going? Did you get all those antennas up before the HOA police showed up?
Yeah, I got them all done. Thanks for telling me about Tower Electronics. Now I can have my coffee. I just saved a bunch of money on my PL259s by switching to Tower Electronics.
Don't get caught without PL259s. Visit Tower Electronics online at pl-259.com or at a Hamfest near you. Or give them a call at 920-435-2973. And be sure to pick up some power poles, adapters, and cables too.
Coming up on the Tower Electronics Hamfest schedule, Cedarburg, Wisconsin, May 6th, Sandwich, Illinois, May 7th, Dayton Hamvention, May 19th through the 21st, and you can visit them anytime at pl-259.com.
Ham Talk Live with Neil Rapp.
And welcome back to Ham Talk Live. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And we're going to get back to Fabio here in just a moment. But just want to remind you again about Dayton Hamvention. We've got a live show coming up the night before on Thursday. So make sure you tune in for that for all the latest news. And, of course, we mentioned earlier the Voice of America Museum will be open extended hours there. And there's a bunch of us that will be there as well. So make sure you check that out. And we're back with Fabio Schettino, I4UFH. He is the Vice President of WRTC 2023, which will be held just outside Bologna, Italy. And Fabio, I know that there's a whole procession that happens before and after all the celebration of all the competitors. So tell us a little bit about the opening ceremonies and the closing ceremonies at this year's WRTC.
Well, first step is I will want to talk about what will be happen for the next generation of AM radio. We'll have a special group of young boys, young operator, 6 teams, all members less than 25 years old that will be operating for the first time all together, and they will compete with the big guns. And so this is what we expect that HWRTC need to have, because we need to Helmer the next guys that will be our future of amateur radio hobby. Even we have some special agreement with YOTA group, and probably will be host 5 or 6 members of a YOTA, European YOTA members less than 20 years old that will be join with us to be active for all the week during this event. And what will be happen during the open ceremony? So before the contest and after the contest, well, we will receive everyone. Everyone will join us the 4th of July, and almost all around the world will be probable joining all together the 4th of July. That for American guys is a holiday day. And the 5th July, we have an open ceremony. We expect to have this ceremony streamed on our channels or Facebook or streaming that, so everyone can join us. And this is one more step that we want to add to the WRTC 2022. The open ceremony means that all the teams will be presented to the public. We have a mayor of the cities that will host us. We have Ministry of Telecommunication that will help us to supply for a special, unique call sign. And obviously the call sign will be notified to the competitors only Saturday morning. So no one knows about that, even that will be a special one. Never issued before. So this is a very difficult to obtain in any countries, probable. And so we have a very great support from the Ministry of Telecommunication that helped us to have this opportunity. Any teams will be presented to the community. Any referees will be presented to the community. So all the up about 198 people will be ready to compete. And the next next 2 days there will be a couple of meetings with the competitors and referee just to question and answering, just to understand if there is something that is not clear in the rules. And Friday will be the withdrawal of the team, referee, and the place where will be active. There is 66 places available, so they will be withdraw randomly withdraw. So very surely could be interesting and thrilling to see who will be the team and who will be his referee. Everything will go smoothly. We hope smoothly until Sunday evening. Sunday evening we have a very high event that is organized from the mayor of the cities. We have a big event with the citizens just to joining amateur radio from all around the world with the citizens of these small cities, small town, just to know who are the amateur radio, why we are there, and this should be an event that allow us to explain really what is amateur radio to all the people that will be present in this event. And Monday evening, there will be the closing ceremony. After a long day of luck checking, should be a final ranking. And we expect to have the Princess Electra, the daughter of Guglielmo Marconi, that is still alive, that probable we need to be in a confirmation from her. She will be prizing the winners. And this should be the best of one amateur radio can meet, no? The daughter of Marconi.
Absolutely.
Really.
Absolutely.
And we still need to expect a confirmation from her. She's 96 years old, so we expect don't have any trouble. She lived between London, Italy, and USA. Depends if it's available in Italy or not. And it's not a matter of health. It's not a matter that I don't know where he's living in July. Where is if he's available or not. And we have the last dinner with a very hot music, a lot of party, beer, and Italian buffet that never to explain. We hope that everyone knows that Italy is one of the most interesting countries for food. And surely we had another interesting activities during this day that should be a visit to another interesting area of Italy, that is the Motor Valley. We are not far from Lamborghini, Ferrari, Bugatti headquarters. So we expect to have, if someone is interested, to visit this museum that is up about 1 hour from our headquarters. So there is surely some interesting activities that everything will be closed with the closing ceremony, where the winner for the next 4 years will be the best team that had done the best effort to look for multipliers and to make more QSO than another one. Should be a very tight competition. In 2018, the competition, the first 3 places were up about 100,000 points over 5 million. So really very few points for separate the first to the second and the third. Really, we expect to have a great competition too in 2022, 23 at least.
Well, Fabio, thank you so much for telling us all about this. And if people want to know more about this, I know you mentioned that there will be a team coming to the USA for Dayton Hamvention, which I will be at, and we've been talking about a lot on this program. So tell people how they can find you at Dayton, and then if they're not at Dayton, how they can find you online.
Surely we'll be in Dayton. This will be the last year. We had for the last 3 years. We was in Orlando too in February. And we expect to meet everyone that is interested in this event, just to support us. As you know, we are volunteers, so we really appreciate the help of everyone. This is a community event, and we expect that the community can help us at least visiting our booth, nevertheless.
And then if people want to go online to find out more about the WRTC and watch the scoreboard and watch the ceremonies, how do they do that?
You can do that on our website, www.WRTC2022.it, or over our Facebook page that will be streamed the open and closing ceremony. And obviously the real-time scoring will be available for everyone all around the world on our website. So really stay tuned on our channels, and switch on the radio to work us.
Very good. So WRTC2022.it, since there was the delay for COVID. So make sure you get the 2022 there when you go look for that online. Well, Fabio, any other items you want to talk about here before we say 7-3?
No, not yet. No, we thank you again, you, for this opportunity to share with your media, with your channel, this event, even with your availability during this time. And sure, we expect everyone to work our competitors. We want that this event will be remembered like the event in the country of Guglielmo Marconi, one of the best events even on the world. We try to do our best. Our volunteer, up about 200 people that every weekend are building antennas and testing towers, manufacturing connectors. So we have a lot of people that are working all the weekend over this project, and just for them, we want that they are proud to be a member of this WRTC group, just to have this event, one of the most interesting events of the year. Thank you very much to you.
Thank you very much, Fabio. Appreciate you taking the time to tell us all about WRTC, and I look forward to hearing everybody on the air, and look forward to seeing you at Hamvention as well. Well, that is a wrap for this edition of Ham Talk Live. I'd like to thank my guest, Fabio Schettino, I4UFH, and everybody out there in cyberspace for listening. And for a list of all of our upcoming guests, visit hamtalklive.com. So for now, this is Neil Rapp saying 7-3-7-5, and may the good DX be yours.
For 73, to you and your family, I'll be seeing you further down the log. Your 73s, to you and your family, I'll be seeing you further down the log. It's hard to believe that you're anti-OD, 'cause you sound just like a local up here. But why don't those whistling Mediterraneans check if the frequency's clear? We're warm